Hello, fellow Urban Leaguers. My name is Corey Jones, and I will be walking you all through a Slack tutorial. Slack is actually our primary communication outside of email, and also a great way to stay up to date with different opportunities to give back, possible job opportunities, and a great way to connect and stay connected with your fellow young professionals. Let's take just a moment really quickly to reflect on the 4 key areas of focus for our chapter, as you can see here. They are jobs, health, education, and housing. One of the things to also keep in mind with Slack, with it being a messaging mechanism, is that we are a professional organization. So please, no discriminatory, sexual, or overtly religious events or messages, please. And the Urban League is a nonpartisan organization, so please no left or right wing. We actually ultimately just believe in people and try to keep that in mind because we want this to be a very inclusive environment. So with that being said, I'm now going to go into Slack. Let's sign in. Give it just a moment to get me situated. Awesome. Well, now that we're in Slack, and you're officially in as well, the primary vehicle to segment discussions by topic is what Slack calls channels. You're going to notice a couple of these channels right here with a lot of different names. When you first start up, you won't see as many, but in order to join a channel, let's first browse them. So if you click this channel button, you get an opportunity to browse the different channels that we have available. I'm not going to go into details on any of these, but just to show that we have some options. And I'll leave this channel, click escape, and let's say, for instance, you're really curious about important information about a channel. And for me, if you look, and this is going to be for both the mobile app as well as on the computer. On the computer specifically, you're going to see right here, hashtag general. This is the name of the channel that I'm in. When you first join Slack, you will have access to general. If you click it, there's going to be a couple of options right here. We want to come and click the view channel details. This is the really cool stuff because now you're going to get some more information about this particular channel. What is the purpose of it? When it was created? And then the big thing right here that I really want to hone in on is who are the key contributors to the channel. So as of today, these are our 3 key contributors to the general channel. There's a lot of other things, highlights, pinned items, number of members, different files have been shared, so forth and so on. Feel free to explore on your own time, but I want to hone in right here on edit preferences. So we'll click this, and again, it's very much similar on the mobile app for this particular option. For some of you all, some people are going to only use desktop, some will use mobile. Me, I use both. And so you can actually choose the options that you have, whether you get notifications from these channels or not. You can differentiate between your desktop and your mobile. But I like to go and click right here on account preferences. So I'm getting the options of the options. Let's see what pops up here. This is when it gets really cool and really important because we're all professionals, and sometimes a Slack notification going off may not be ideal during certain periods of time. So you're going to notice right here what we call the do not disturb. You can actually set it up so that Slack does not send you a message during a period of time. Me, I like to sleep around 10 p.m. and I get up around 8 a.m. or a little bit before that, and I just don't like messages during that time. So I actually put this here. Up here on keywords, so if you are extremely interested in this great concept called brunch, you can type in brunch here, and now every time somebody says the word brunch, the channels will pop up a 1 icon next to it to let me know that somebody's talking about brunch and maybe planning it. So that should just give you a quick idea of some of the options, some of the features, and just kind of how to get started. So let me go ahead and let me back out of this one more time, and I'll briefly hit over some direct messages. So there's also an option to directly communicate with people that you know or those that you've heard about. If you click on direct messages, you can choose different people. Let's say, for instance, I wanted to send a message to Darian Hall. I can then click on this and then I can send a message to him. Or let's say, for instance, I was curious and I want to have a communication with Slackbot, which everybody can, and then I can set that up. You can have multiple messages. If I click the plus button, again, I can start to add different people. As you see, I have a couple of messages where I've had a couple of different people that popped up. And so this is just a pretty good way to think about how can you communicate with different professionals, and maybe you need to calibrate and coordinate on different events. So I think that's really going to hit mostly everything that we have for Slack, except for this last little piece. If somebody has a communication, let's come over to general really quickly. All right, let's see. I see somebody's talking about they voted. I can come in, and starting a thread is a way to just reply to the message in and of itself. I'll put that is awesome. And what's going to happen, instead of this popping up for everybody, it just gives me a single thread. So it helps keep things less cluttered. And then also, if you click the little mouse over the add reaction button, or again on your phone, you'll see something similar. You can add a reaction, and we have a bunch of emojis. I'm going to use the Urban League emoji. Bingo. That will actually do it. There's a lot more you can do with Slack. Not going to go into all of the weeds on that. There's a lot of material out there. So if you would like to, feel free to come, hit Google, and say cool Slack features. And you get all types of different ways to play around with Slack and communicate. So again, thank you all for taking some time to get situated with Slack. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Or if you're seeing this video and you're saying, hey, I lost my ability to log into Slack, I don't know what's going on, my link doesn't work, feel free to send an email to membership@ULGA-YP.org. And just to bring that back up here, it'll be membership@ULGA-YP.org. And that'll reach out to our membership chair and they can get you situated. Again, thank you all so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.